Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. So today I just want to talk about protecting your energy. When you are ascending, when you are making changes in your life, people can feel your energy. Sometimes even before you feel it. Sometimes they can look at you and say, he's going to be somebody when he grows up. She's going to be somebody when she grows up. Or they could say, you could be doing something and it's just, you feel like it's like just part of your job. It's just something that you do, where other people's opinion is like, wow, that person's really amazing. Look at everything that they can accomplish. They're hardworking. They know a lot. They stay steady. And so what happens is when you get someone speaking good about you, then other people who are actually jealous is where your energy gets tested, to where they're judging you. They could be judging you from your past, from 30 years ago, 40 years ago. It's not who you are today. And just because you're honest about what happened 20 or 30 years ago shouldn't give them the reason, the room to use their energy in the wrong way. Whenever you use your energy to hate, to gossip, to tell lies, to be deceitful, to be malicious, it does something to your spirit. It damages your spirit. Your spirit is not meant to behave in those manners. And the way you know this is because if you've been around babies, newborn babies, toddlers, they say the darndest things. They're like so honest. They're so innocent. When you are ascending and you're protecting your energy and you're trying to make changes in your life, it takes a lot of your own energy just to stay focused, just to stay out of the rigmarole, the gossip, the hate. And I've been sensitive for probably a lot of my life, but I've just turned it off, and that's kind of how I survived being around the rest of the world. And since I asked God to come into my heart to change my life, it's like spiritually I moved into a different position. Therefore, if I'm so-called shining brighter than other people in my life, then I'm already not fitting in. And the good people would say, wow, she's made a lot of changes. I really like who she's become. Those are far and few in between. The rest of the world is, who does she think she is? Why does she think that she can get away with that? And I'm talking about people scrutinizing every little thing that you do. And they want to try to say, oh, she's staying alone because her mind's warped. Or I've had people call and check up on me, and I tell them I'm perfectly fine, very happy being alone, and they don't understand it. They don't understand it because they probably don't communicate with God every day. They probably aren't thankful for every meal that they have. They're probably not thankful for having peace in their life. They're probably not thankful, holding God responsible for all the good that's in your life. Everywhere that you've been taken in this life is only by God, by God's grace. So being sensitive means, for example, my sister was sick, and I just talked to her on the phone. I said, oh, do you want me to pray for you? And she says, yes, please. So I put something on Facebook, and then she texts me a message, and she's like, get that off of Facebook right now. I don't like my business being put out there like that. And I didn't bother explaining that the more people that pray for you, the more, prayers work, right? I just said, okay, I'll take it off. And my arms were burning. My arms were prickling. It was like 1,000 needles touching my skin. And I could feel her energy. So I sent her a message. I said, it's taken off now. No, can you please stop being mad? Because I feel 1,000 pricks all over my skin. And as soon as I hit enter, and I know she was looking for it to be removed off Facebook, then she realized that, she's like causing me damage. So I have family members that want to know how come I'm staying away. I'm staying away because I'm trying to make changes in my life. I'm staying away because I don't want to get sucked into their little games. I don't want to be around them to give them reasons to say things behind my back that I know and feel already. The worst part for them is I've been here for 3 years. None of them have reached out to me and, really tried to be a real family member to me. They just called me to find out what I was doing, if I was seeing somebody, what was my life like, being away from them and being over here isolated by myself. I'm not sharing that. But they should know I'm very happy because I'm protecting my energy. When you protect your energy and you stay by yourself, you have no one interfering with what you're trying to manifest in your life. And God promised me 3 wishes. And so far, I have 1. And I know that the other 2 are coming. And I know that it's in God's divine timing. And I'm human, so although I try to step out in faith and stay in faith all day, I'm not perfect. That's one thing about my grandmother is my grandmother's a crippled little lady. And I try to be like, I try to act the way that she would want me to act. Like I pretend like she's like sitting on the bed next to me. But I could never be as good as she was because she was so pure and perfect in my eyes. And that's the thing about being okay, about being alone. My grandmother, she couldn't just get around because she was crippled. She couldn't just hop in the car and go visit people. But not many people went to visit her. I imagine there might have been those few relatives that came around when they needed something from Grandma. And they would get what they want and they would leave. And I'm sure there's those few that didn't want to hear Grandma's religious words, so they didn't come around. And if they came around, they talked to Grandpa. They didn't really talk to Grandma, because Grandpa was the silent one. Grandma was the one who used her mouth. She used it to try to make people see. But I've come to the realization that to protect my energy, to make better changes in my life, those people, friends or family, that have betrayed me, there's no more room in my life for them, because I'm giving them the same energy that they gave me. And I'm okay with it. They thought that me being here alone, that I'd be miserable. But I'm perfectly happy. Now I've done all my bidding here. I've said everything that I have to say to all the family members. My uncle and his 2 daughters who tried to distort my grandfather, their own grandfather's legacy. People say, just let it go. And I look at them and say, if that was your grandpa, would you just let it go? And then they don't answer. Then they understand. There's truth in my voice. People just want me to drop it as it was never said. If I do that, then I betray my own grandparents that are 6 feet under. Their spirit's free, but they're dead. They can't speak for themselves. What kind of person would I be if I just let it go? I don't hate my cousins. I don't hate my uncle. But they have to know that when they say things about my grandparents, that's between them and God. And I just keep my distance because I don't want to be around when the towers hit them. And my 2 sisters that are still living. What they did to my dead sister Tanya's kids, they gotta live with it. They could pretend like they did nothing. They could pretend and point fingers at each other. But it was both of them together, making people feel insignificant in our lives, just the furthest from the truth. If you watched my previous videos, yesterday I went to the church that my grandma went to. And I said, please ask the pastor to pray for my grandma's children, her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren. And I explained to the worker what happened when my nephew Daniel was taken there, and how he was preyed upon, and he felt all the demons leave his body. But you see, the pastor, he did do good work, but he should have protected my other nephew first. He should have said a prayer for him first. He should have asked God to protect him first. Because when the demons left Manuel, they went into Carlos. And I said, please pray for Carlos Arias. That prayers work. And I did that because my grandma and my sister would want me to. It has nothing to do with glory for me. It has everything to do with glory to God. Glory to God that prayers are heard. And God works through them. He works through people. He works through spirits. I just want my nephew to be okay. I want him to be free of any attachments. Just as God has freed me.
Starting at just $6. That's quality made eyewear and prices to love. I buy direct.
It's important to pray. Pray for those you love, even those that hate you, even those that betray you, even those that talk smack behind your back, even those who had choices in their lives to live the life that they wanted to live, and that I chose a different path. And it's really hard for me to say, look how you lived your life. You did what you did in your life. I didn't push you that way. I didn't guide you that way. Those are the choices you made. Now, you can still change if you want. You can still change things. But then, you'd be listening to your little sister. How much sense does that make? When all these years you thought you were above me because you were elder to me. It's whoever makes the most sense. Whoever does good things out of love. Who is freely giving with no expectations in return. You know, God's allowed me to gift a lot of people, a lot of paintings, a lot of jewelry. It's not really a reminder of Marcia. It's a reminder of who Marcia stood for. Marcia stood for her grandparents, who are dead now and can't speak for themselves. Marcia stood for the righteous, for the homeless person that's old enough to eat at the senior center but is turned away. Because on the other side of town there's a place where homeless can go to get food and shelter or food and clothing. That's a mile down the road when the senior center's right here. That's a lame excuse. You know, God's blessed me in so many ways that, yeah, I'm trying to stand on my own feet, and it's going to take me a while. Maybe not a long while, but a worthwhile. God is taking me to a different place. And when I leave this area, there's probably only one person I'm going to say goodbye to. everybody else can think about what they've done, how they treated somebody, how they were done using her, but say that she's done using them. Those that say, there's your side of the story, then there's mine. When I'm the truth seeker, I'm the truth speaker. What's your side of the story? I'm not perfect, people. I'm just saying, protecting your energy is everything. Because if you get caught up into all this malicious backstabbing, backbiting, if that becomes a part of you, it will envelop you. It'll become, that's all you are, that's all you do. Who wants to live that empty life? That life with no passage. You got passage while you're here on earth, but after that, where do you go? I don't want to live that life. I don't want to be a part of that. I want to speak the truth. And I don't want to have skeletons in my closet. I've spoken about a few things that I'm not really proud of to different people. And they judge me from 40 years ago. They judge me today. Well, what did you do 40 years ago that you're not telling me? What did you take that didn't belong to you? What did you hurt because you were hurting? What did you do to someone else because of how you felt? How you felt insecure, how you felt jealous, how you felt hateful? What actions did you take when you were feeling all those things and you've never tried to remove them from your life? I protect my energy because God said that I didn't belong with Chris, and that I was just holding on to emptiness of love and, like a full plate of crap and hate. He said, when you remove yourself, then I will give you back all the years that you lost. I will make your body like it was when you first met him. Mind, body, and soul. You'll be better than what you were. You see, I am better because I have God within me. I have God around me. I have thousands of angels protecting me as I take this path, the path that I was chosen. I was chosen when I was a little girl. I told my oldest sister, I said, my brother Michael told me when we lived on Captonico Street that I was chosen. I didn't know what that meant. Like, he called me the golden child way back then, and that I was chosen. I didn't know what that meant. And she sat there and listened, but she never told me. But her not telling me anything was the confirmation that she always knew. But she would never tell me because she wasn't able to step up and be the chosen one. I'm the youngest. And I chose to be chosen. Being 50 something. But had I known, well, what kind of life would I have now? But it doesn't really matter because everything I went through was to prepare me for this. To see all the people that have actually betrayed me. All the people that really didn't want me to come back to town. Why didn't they just tell me that? Don't come back here. Go somewhere else. They didn't tell me that because they were hoping that I'd get here and get stuck like they've been their whole lives. I'm not stuck. Nobody's stuck. It's the choice you make and how you want to live. To vibrate higher than the people. Not that you're better than them, but you know better, so you want to do better. And really live in your truth. It's important. It's so important. So protect your energy. When you are able to protect your energy fully, your manifestations will come. The things that you ask God for, they will come to you. When you recognize who's for you and who's not for you. You know, my twin flame, I heard something on YouTube. It said, a man cannot be stolen by another woman if a man is not with you and was with you. Let the other woman have him. Because a woman cannot steal a man from someone who belongs there. If he was truly for you, he would never have left you for another woman. I can tell you that's true in so many ways. My first husband, as much as he would love to brag that I was a cheating tramp, he was cheating the first 7 years of our marriage. And after 2 years of women calling the house and hanging up when I answered, after going to bars and having girls walk up to him to take the order and only be 4 inches away from him, and he just stands there, looks down and smiles. I've seen a whole bunch of telltale signs. You know, after 2 years of him going out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, staying out till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not stupid. I know it's stupid when he comes home after taking a shower. I don't know why I stayed with him for so long, but I have my daughter, and I would never ask God to erase her from my life. You know, I even had one of his friends come up to me and say, oh, laughing, I don't mess around on my wife, and turn around and walk away. And when I asked him about it, he's like, I don't know why you would say that. Of course, that's the answer. Like, Are you that truthful that you're going to tell me, yeah, I do cheat, and he's telling the truth? No, you're going to try to cover it up. And then him getting herpes. See, we got married in 82, and he went down to Texas for a while. And he was supposed to be saving all the money because he was living with his friend and not paying too much rent. But he was out partying all the time. I was sending him my military money to hold and save. And when he came back after 6 months or a year, I don't even remember, he didn't have anything saved up. Basically, he spent the money that I sent to him to save. I entrusted him to do the right thing. And we were married. After that, he was gone for maybe like 6 months to 1 year. And then, so that was 82 to 83. And then we bought a home. I lived with another couple for a while, but we bought our own home. Say like 87. And we only kept it for a couple years. But prior to us buying that house, he contracted herpes. And I don't have it. I had to have my daughter. I had to have all the tests run. I don't have any of that. But he's got it. How can you be married for 5 years and say, oh, herpes suddenly showed up? So I might act like I don't know, but I really know. I know things. And I'm just hoping that people, they really love me. They'll just be honest. I would rather have someone come and tell me, look, I ghosted you because I was going through these things, and I had whatever sex addictions I had drug addictions I had, I just had all of these things at me all at once, and I just didn't have room for you. I'd rather hear the truth. And the reason why I'd rather hear the truth is because if anything is going to become of a friendship over this, then I would always know that he told me the truth before, as horrible as it may have been. But I know that when I ask him anything, he will tell me the truth, whether I want to hear it or not. And the truth has to come out. If you're with somebody, if you cover up a lie, there's always the insecurity of knowing that you're with someone who's false, who will never tell you the truth. And nothing can come of a relationship like that, unless you want to put blinders on. A lot of people just put blinders on. I can't put blinders on. I have to live in my truth. I want to manifest new in my life. I want to manifest better in my life. I want to manifest the things that God wants me to do in this lifetime of mine. I want to keep putting coins in that piggy bank in heaven. Maybe it'll be full enough that when God calls me, I can go to heaven. I can see my loved ones up there. But I'm not ready to go yet. I have so much work to do. And that's why God has given me this platform to talk about different things. Hold your spirit up high. Know better, do better. Be your true self in the midst of all the evil around us. Stand in your truth. Share this with other people. Talk about it with other people. When they start seeing a change in you, they will make a choice. I'm going to stay here, or I'm going to elevate so I can stay in your energy, so I can be part of your life, so I don't have to be cut off because I refuse to change. My loved ones, I don't cut off. I don't cut off and say, well, you do me no good. You know, you do all these horrible things at me. Well, they do. And I do separate myself from them, but it doesn't mean that I love them less. I just have to protect my energy. Because if I want to live to be 90 or 100, if I want to have the energy to still exercise, if I want to have the energy to cook my own meals, if I want to have energy to clean my own house, I have to protect my energy. Because as you get older, the energy gets sparse. And as long as you try to keep motivated, keep going, you'll always keep going. And by God's grace, He will do amazing things. So that's it for today. I got to run up to the VA and give some blood work. And then I have the rest of the day to myself. God bless you all. Have a great day. Remember, save your energy, protect your energy, stay in high vibes, stay in your own lane, love everybody. The people that don't love you in return, just love them from a distance. And keep your heart open for new things, better things. When you let go of old things that don't serve you, the new things that you can work with someone else, you can be more close to them, you can have more of a fit instead of being a misfit. And that's what happens when you start elevating. You don't fit in anymore. You become a misfit, so you have to find the next group where you can actually feel like you're part of a real group. And those are the people, when you elevate, those are going to be the few people that you keep close to you. And they're going to have self-respect, and they're going to have self-love, and they're going to have self-determination, and they're going to have self-commitment. When you have all those things, then you can share it with other people, and you can put up your boundaries, and they'll respect your boundaries, and vice versa. So thank you. Have a blessed day. God bless you all. Sending you love, light, peace, healing, all the goods. Thank you, and God bless. Bye for now.